interplanar jump. Here in Astropolis, too.
It's been a while, Nameless. And Mr. Sunday.
Sunday is also an official member of the Express.
Sounds like a lot went down during the Phantasy Moon Games.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nihilux, a comic artist. You must be Madame Jade.
Is that so?
Oh, not surprising at all. I'm sure you must have read my masterpiece.
Someone help! Please get Miss Blurry and her...
The Fluffy. Yes. Pearl has mentioned that comic to me before. But what we need to discuss next has nothing to do...
Fair enough, but I'm guessing whatever you're about to discuss is closely tied to Plain Arcadia. That place is my home, and its future will be determined by the IPC's decisions. I think I have the right to remain here. For as long as I can remember, I've been a bystander, recording other people's stories with my brush. But this, please, don't make me beg.
There are 8 system hours before the husk of veracity breaks through the seal. Pearl's transmission conveyed both her resolve and her plan to save them. She intended to invoke the gaze of the Amber Lord and borrow the power of preservation to encanvas Plain Arcadia once more, buying time against the husk's breakthrough. To that end, she was willing to offer up her corner. But before her message could come through, someone within the IPC, as if they had already seen it coming. At the same time, the one who issued the warning proposed a targeted plan. Weaponize the Veracity's husk, in which case, we would not only neutralize the threat posed by the husk, but also eliminate Nanook's minions, once and for all. Perhaps by comparison, Pearl's proposal looks more like it's just
Convert the husk into a weapon? If we do that...
Once that happens, then Himiko and the others will... My friends, 2 Stellaron hunters, Madame Pearl, and countless citizens out there. As long as there's a chance to help them, as long as there's still a glimmer of it, there is one price I refuse to pay.
So, who proposed this plan anyway?
Oswaldo, from the Marketing Development Department.
That monster! Does he have even an ounce of humanity?
Human nature isn't even my main concern here. I'm more doubtful about whether this plan can actually... I mean, was there really not a single person at the IPC who stood up and asked that guy if this plan...
Of course there was. But standing behind Oswaldo was none other than Miss Yabali from the As the de facto leader of the Intelligentsia Guild, Yabali has spent years researching this technology. I assume you noticed the presence of Imagine on your journey here.
Well, yeah, but what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
They're not visitors who migrated from Plain Arcadia, but homegrown products of Astropolis itself.
I've heard that the birth of Imagine is closely tied to the unique properties of Ahatopia. Could it be that Ms. Yab...
It's hard to say, but there's no doubt she's conducted extensive research into both the husk...
Even if she could harness the veracity, that's not exactly
Little girl, the IPC indeed walks the path of preservation, but the IPC is made up of individuals, each with their own idea of what preservation actually means. Should the preservation be about protecting individual lives and homes, or safeguarding the prosperity and order of the universe as a whole? That's a debate the IPC compared to the Anti-Destruction Alliance strategy, which would require endless coalition building and diplomatic maneuvering. It offers a radical, efficient approach that would dramatically showcase the IPC's power and the prospect of harnessing the fragments of a fallen eon.
Grand indeed. But I fear that when the time comes, Yabali and Oswaldo may end up creating...
From what I understand, no matter how many people support or oppose it.
Aside from Oswaldo and Yabali, Taravan from the building material...
Oh, that gluttonous butterball. Can't say I'm surprised.
Wait a minute.
You don't need to remember all that. All you need to know is this. The score is 3-3. For the time being.
Ooh, thank goodness. Sounds like...
Wait, 7 departments, 7 votes.
The power to cast the deciding vote fell into the hands of Mr. Arita from the traditional Instead of tipping his hand at the meeting, he postponed the vote. And in 5 system hours from now, he will give his answer at the internal decision-making.
How long? 5 system hours?
In other words, it's only a matter of 5 hours before Plain Arcadia gets canvassed again. Or become...
And our goal is to convince the undecided Mr.
Precisely. As a matter of fact, he refuses to meet with anyone. Arita is the most senior of the 7 department heads, and the most low-profile one among them all. Apart from showing up to make calls at key, a big man like that prefers to call the shots from behind the scenes.
Then what if it were the Nameless of the Express requesting an audience?
It's a long shot, but I guess we could give it a try. I've already dispatched a team of field specialists to track down his movements today. I'm sure...
I'll talk Arita around. The fate of billions is at stake. My friend, but make no mistake.
Just because I'm giving this everything I've got, doesn't mean I'm fully...
I understand. I swear by my cornerstone that what I place upon the scales this time is my unconditional to ensure you all have a proper base of operations. I'll arrange an office in Lodestar Tower. Well then, I shall take my leave.
What kind of people does Jade send into the field?
Probably people who are good at staying under the radar, I assume.
They've got intel already?
They want us to meet at a restaurant.
So we just barge in and ask for a...
It's not exactly ideal to show up with a crowd when requesting an audience with someone in... How about this? He and I will head out, while March and Miss Nihilux go on ahead to the Lodestar.
Fair enough. If I tagged along, I'd probably put my foot in it and make things...
We can't delay any longer. Let's split up. Oh, right. This is my first time teaming up with you. Huh, Sonny?
Missing Don Hung already?
Is the meeting spot somewhere around here? Wait. That figure! Is that you, Scott? You're still alive?
Keep it down, for crying out loud. Can't you see I'm in the middle of a secret? Thanks to your immense generosity, I, Scott, have come...
And this is...
Oh, almost forgot.
You're the IPC vid. So, Mr. Scott...
Wasn't it all thanks to you screaming about getting revenge for me in front of everyone? Oh, please. Would I ever lie to you? Shall we run it?
This one is for Scott. And this one, this is for everyone you've... All right, I said it. So what?
Well, it's too late for regrets now. After Interastral Peace Entertainment broadcast that fight, when I was alive, I never imagined I'd ever have that kind of insane clout.
It seems wish power doesn't only take effect in plain Arcadia. It can work in Astropolis.
My fault. I've been rambling on about everything except what actually matters. Madam Jade asked me to share what I know about Arita with the two of you.
So, Mr. Scott, you know...
Of course! The many secrets of Astropolis are practically pinned on a public bulletin board for a wall... I sneaked a peek at Arita's secretary's shredder and pieced together his itinerary. Mr. Arita will be dining at this upside-down restaurant today.
In that case, what are we waiting for?
Who would have thought your single act of kindness would transcend worlds and come to our aid?
That was hardly some act of kindness.
Right this way, if you will.
An anti-gravity corridor? It feels like I'm back in a Panaconian dream.
Even back when I was still alive, a place like this was a rare
A restaurant that truly lives up to its name. The view here in Panacony, whenever the stock market fluctuates, plenty of people will head up to high places for a little...
A bigwig like him is definitely dining in some secluded private room. Probably let me go scout ahead for you. Wait here.
Welcome.
Welcome, distinguished guests. Shall I recommend today's...
What?
We're waiting for someone. Just 2-1.
Wait a minute. Is that Asta?
Oh my, is that you? What do you mean? Astropolis is my hometown. I've mentioned it before, haven't I? I racked up a bunch of vacation days at the space station, so I figured I'd use them and come home for a visit. What about you guys? Here for a meeting with the IPC?
More or less.
Then I won't keep you any longer. But if you need anything at all, like, after all, sometimes connections get you further than regulations on IPC turf.
Where'd Scott run off to? What's taking so long? Let's go check on him.
Strange. They're...
Oh, those shades.
Wait. They appear to be Mr. Scott's.
Mr. Taravan has concluded his meal. Items consumed during his dining session: 100 portions of prime tomahawk steak, 30 blocks of dragon scale cheese, 10 servings of emerald mushroom salad.
Taravan? That's quite the appetite. And you are?
I am Mr. Taravan's personal dietary management robot. My duties include monitoring... My regards to you both. All for the Amber Lord and that eternal... Wash your hands before you eat. Rinse your mouth after the treat. Good health makes for a happy...
So, this isn't some private room for Mr. Arita.
You guessed correctly, Penaconian exile. Please don't blame your poor ghost friend. His idea of stealth isn't nearly as impressive as he thinks, and neither is his brain. With just a little bit of misdirection, he dutifully led you straight here to me. Of course, I wouldn't be so bold as to let you disturb Mr. Taravan's meal. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Kenneth Arita of the Traditional Project Department.
Traditional Project Department?
How could that be? I'm merely an adopted son, fortunate enough to bear the old If you think of all of Astropolis as one big sprawling family, then I'd be the butler. And a butler's job is to know everything that goes on within the estate, down to the smallest detail, and to ensure... I heard that the Astral Express had arrived in Astropolis. 3 nameless bringing a flock of refugees to beg for aid. And the result turns out to be...
I'm sorry. There must have been some misunderstanding between us, Mr. Kenneth. We have an extremely urgent matter, and...
Mr. Arita has already made his position clear to everyone. No lobbyists. The lady from the Strategic Investment Department behind your visit should know that. My father taught me that at the heart of every deal lies one thing: risk. But that lady showed no regard for Mr. Arita's wishes, sending bumbling spies and reckless lobbyists.
Kenneth, we're not spies, nor do we mean to offend you. We're just... My friends are back in plain Arcadia, and on behalf of the Astral Express, I make this promise to you, and please, make sure this promise reaches him.
The bond you share with your friends is truly moving. However, I'm afraid I can't do. As for this spy right here, I can give him back to you. The heart of every deal lies in respect. Chew on that. I've said my piece. Ugh, Taravan, that bloated pig. Weaponizing the voracity? Why not just weaponize?
So, what do...
I'm sorry. I messed everything up again.
An unfavorable opening, to say the least. The moment IPC... What do you think? Should we try a different approach? You mean what he said to us before he left?
The heart of every deal lies in respect.
Respect? Since when has the IPC ever treated anyone? Setting everything else aside, my higher-ups are each more ruthless than a wolf, which is very much in a wily old fox like Arita. Does he even know what respect means? The only way he...
True respect comes from having the strength that others acknowledge. Just like how the Strategic Investment Department respects the Astral Express. Kenneth?
I see. But what do we have that could earn his respect? Trying to bribe him would take wealth on old Odie's level to sway Arita. As for using force... As far as the city is concerned, the awakening of the Husk is still a piece of it, but Astropolis isn't home to IPC executives alone.
Exactly. The crisis Plain Arcadia is facing right now is going to seriously shake their confidence in the IP. So, once we release this information to the public...
We don't necessarily have to convince Arita. We can use information the way... Once you start learning from the enemy, it's hard to stop, isn't it? So, we leak this to the press and turn this little...
It's time to relaunch for Bobo Weekly and drop our first bombshell scoop.
Husk? Stock fluctuations? I have no idea what you're... I think I'll pass. I just got a new lease on life, and I'd like... anyway, I gotta run!
Now then, let's have Kenneth show... Come on, Sonny. Let's head to the Lodestar Tower and meet up with March and the other. March 7th? Disturbing the peace? What? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
We can still make it in time if we make haste.
One thing after another.
Is Kenneth creating obstructions for us?
No way. He left us a hint?
So, the Marketing Development Department is behind this? I see them. They're right there.
Why are there security forces here?
Disturbing the peace? Is this a mistake?
We are guests invited by Madam Jade of the Strategic Investment Department. Is this really
Your entry permits are verified and valid. However, the laws of Astropolis are jointly upheld by the 7 major departments. Our system detects a dangerous wanted fugitive hiding among your visiting party.
Is this some kind of interastral joke? The nameless of the Astral Express...
This is bad.
Target identified. Sunday, former head of Penacony's Oak family. Currently a high-priority wanted criminal of the family. Charges include severe endangerment of cosmic order and security.
Since when does the IPC hunt down wanted criminals for the family?
In accordance with the Pan-Galactic Civilization's Judicial Mutual Assistance and Emergency Extradition Treaty, IPC security forces are authorized.
It appears explaining myself is entirely pointless now.
You have selected the most unwise course of action. Violent obstruction of the law. Warning. Disarm immediately. Non-compliance will prevent us from guaranteeing your right to life.
That's the stuff. Clashing with the local authorities every 3 stops of the way.
Target threat level. Unable to assess. Requesting lighthouse support. Requesting lighthouse support.
Lighthouse, copy. Request received.
Start with a single step.
Lighthouse, execute the arrest directive immediately.
Zip it, tin can. You're making my brain hurt.
Huh? What's going on?
All right, stand down. I'm not here to cause trouble. Here, this is a special access pass. Its clearance is a few grades higher than that outdated arrest warrant of yours. I'm taking them with me. Objections?
Clearance confirmed.
Right, you lot. Write your own incident reports. Make it airtight and keep my name out of it. Here, well, don't just stand there. Do you really want to waste eternity dealing with these by-the-book blockheads? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lighthouse. I am the light that pierces the darkness. The shield. See that gleaming statue? They built it for me after I single-handedly stopped an out-of-control airship from crashing into Paradise Island 3 years ago.
Cool.
So, you're basically Astropolis's resident
Superhero. I'm no different from the... At the end of the day, I'm just a corporate grunt running errands for the... Don't send me to bail you out. As guests of the Strategic Investment Department, you all have free reign in Astropolis. Oh, come on, please.
The IPC is riddled with internal factions. It seems somewhat...
Spot on! I got 2 calls at the same time. One asked me to ensure I thought to myself, isn't this just a... picking on the little guy?
So, tell me, big hero, exactly...
On IPC turf, some questions are better left unasked. And I obviously haven't received the directive to tell you.
To think my past mistakes would catch up with me right here, right now. So be it.
Where could you go at a time like...
I'll return to the Express and warp to low orbit above Plane Arcadia. There I can use the Express as a comms relay. We need first-hand intel from there. Take care, you two. I'll do my part.
Phew! Finally got His Highness out of my hair. My performance review is set.
Honestly, I never want to set foot in this dump ever.
It's truly my greatest honor that... By the way, I hear you're heading to the Lodestar Tower.
Escort.
In Astropolis, surveillance is a public service. Me, I'm just the optional companion package.
That's right. That's the Lodestar Tower.
Ah, it seems this isn't your first time. From afar, it might look like a prickly needle, but it look all the way up to the top of the tower. See?
Looking at it now, it doesn't resemble a needle so much as a strand in a spine.
Yet, countless people still rack their brains and do whatever it takes to claw their way up it. 5 years ago, when I first came to Astropolis, I wondered if one day my statue would have that turnout. It ended up in the plaza, over there, becoming the most... Speaking of which, after defeating Iron Tomb, did the IPC give you guys, My bad. I was projecting my own situation onto you. You guys are heavy hitters who can go toe-to-toe with folks who can trade blows with the Lord Ravager, sweat the smalls.
Do you have a lot of that small...
If only. My typical to-do list looks more like this. Track down...
You're quite the down-to-earth hero.
Down to earth? Yeah.
Your superhero career sounds a little...
That's life. Misery is the main flavor. All right, now that we've taken in the view, we should all be feeling lesser. First time getting up close and personal with the nameless of the Astral Express. What an honor.
This poster...
Ah, that's a promo poster for the Cosmic Big... What? Wanna buy a ticket?
No, I mean the person on the...
Ah, Beatrice Melanide. Apparently, this insanely lucky girl hit the grandpa. Who knows? I heard the IPC tore their pipelines apart looking for... Man, if only I had that kind.
Shuttle ST-972 will depart soon. Passengers headed for the ethereal...
Hi there.
Mr. Lighthouse!
Just a routine.
I knew it! With you around, look, here are your tickets! And thank you again.
Don't sweat it. All right, we've got the tickets. Let's move.
Is this level...
I heard some rumors.
I was looking into it, and apparently, back where We Imagine originated must be not...
When I make manager, I'm definitely submitting.
It's here. Let's go, guys. All right, everyone, grab a spot and hold on tight. This little hover saucer is gonna coast along the tow track for a bit. Skylight's open. Nice view, eh?
Even the most spectacular views get old when you have to stare at them every single day.
Approaching the Lodestone Tower entrance. One moment, please. Authentication complete. Lodestar Tower.
Hold on tight. Once we're through this tunnel, we'll be there.
Is Mr. Lighthouse really escorting us all the way inside?
Sorry, but I'm the one with special clearance. I've got to deliver you VIPs safely to your destination. My mission isn't complete until then. I'm usually just flying around up there, so this is my first time riding an everyday commuter shuttle. If you folks aren't in a chatty mood, I can stop talking.
Oh, it looks like a needle from the outside. But once you're inside, it's actually massive.
You're looking at least 100...
Non-employee detected in the work zone. Please cease movement and submit to scanning. Identity confirmed. Security officer, lighthouse. Invited guests?
Who are you calling unemployed? I'm an independent comic artist currently dodging deadlines.
Suspicious target. Requesting security forces.
Again? Is there seriously no end to the IPC?
Special access permit. Authorization code.
Authorization. Confirmed. Welcome to Lodestar Tower. Please.
Alright, my mission ends here. What was it you guys were planning to do next?
Madam Jade said she set up an office for us.
And just go say hi to the good luck out there. I've got a patrol to get.
See ya, Mr. Lighthouse.
For malfunction reports, please proceed to Zone D. For visitor pre-registration, please submit the online form and...
Hi there! We are guests of Madam Jade from the Strategic Investment Department.
Understood. One moment, please. Guests of Madam Jade... here it is. According to the system, access to that office was temporarily locked by the Marketing Development Department for...
That's the IPC for you. A textbook example of petty...
But this is just ridiculous! A petty turf war...
Looks like we'll just have to ask Jade to assign us an...
We're out of time. We went through a lot to get here, and I'm not letting them... Let's try this instead. Employee ID IPC MDD GL3 1545. Name Beatrice Melanine. Affiliated with the Marketing Development Department.
Beatrice... Melanine? Oh, wait.
That's goddess to you, the Lotto goddess. Listen up, rookie. Citing Article 7 of the Emergency Internal Resource Allocation Regulations during periods of cross-department...
Clause verified. Temporary system authorization. Force unlocking access to Office B703. Please wait.
24 system hours. Whew, more than enough. What are you all standing around for? Let's go.
What just happened? Are you really Beatrice Melanine?
It's just one of the many gigs I've worked. Hardly worth mentioning.
But...
I know you have a lot of questions, but the hallway isn't exactly the best place to chat, is it? This way! B703, right? Back at my old stomping grounds. I know this place like the back of my hand.
This elevator's taking forever! How many floors does this place even have?
The Lodestar Tower tops out at 6,622 floors. I'll never understand why they built it so ridiculously high. B703! This should be it! Oh, come on. Finally, a place to catch our breath. So, you two, should we... Or would you rather get those burning questions off your chest?
Okay. Before we begin, from the day we met, your identity has changed constantly. President of Robobocom, an employee of... So, Miss Nyalux?
Before I answer that, I need to ask you two one thing.
You seem like a good person, I guess. But if you don't give us some...
The nice guy card. March. That's the highest praise I've ever received. I do juggle quite a few identities, and I'll admit, but every single version of me is 100% Little Raccoon. There's, something I need to get off my chest.
Boss! Evil boss. Mr. Sunday tipped us off that there's some explosive news to cover.
Explosive news?
Sunday and I have an idea on how...
Uh-huh. So, you want to blow the plain Arcadia Husk crisis wide open, using public outcry to corner the pro... Even in my wildest dreams, I never imagined for Bobo Weekly would one day So what are we waiting for? Let's drop this bombshell in every reader in Astropolis right now!
This is the exclusive of all exclusives! The Bobby Boob! Are we really gonna publish something like, what if Furbos get stuffed into a courier box tomorrow?
Listen up, little dummies! If we don't hurry and get this massive scoop out, our newsroom in plain Arcadia is gonna get eaten by monsters and dumped into a black hole. Remember the journalism principles I taught you? Don't write the news like some bone-dry fact-finding report. The headline has to be sensational and
Shocking! Secret meeting of IPC execs. Save the planet or turn it into the ultimate weapon.
Exactly. But the point isn't to expose the conspiracy. They need to know that after Plain Arcadia falls...
Subtitle: Exclusive Insider Report. Astral Express tells all. I got it! We can also add a poll question to the article like...
Nice. Aside from our little Furbos over-the-top clickbaity article, we'll aim to infect every social and news platform in Astropolis in record time with this news. Just
leave it to us Furbos for the freedom of press.
The news is out! The Furbos blew their entire marketing budget buying up Prime ad space and sponsored. Now, all we have to do is wait for it to get...
We only have 3 system hours left.
All right, my friends, let's not stare anxiously at the clock.
Given the endless roadblocks we faced so far, do you think the IPC's PR risk department will...
Miss March, please don't say another word. Because I think you just jinxed it.
Huh? That fast?
Beep boop. Aberrant data detected. The initial click and share metrics across all...
But none of the related
It's like hitting an invisible wall!
What? Giving into despair already? Did you forget? Astropolis is home to more than just algorithms, and push notifications are crucial, sure. But when everybody's safety and the safe at the end of the day, the ultimate medium through which information spreads, terrified whispers, burning curiosity, the desire for the truth. These will all... The IPC can bury trending searches and throttle notifications, but they can't wipe... All we have to do is make sure this first spark is bright and true. And the little...
So, what do we do?
That is a question the IPC itself must answer. The fire has been lit. Putting it out is their problem. I guess the most dignified and foolproof approach would be to come straight to the source. See? What did I...
Esteemed trailblazer! The higher-ups have seen the bombshell news you just... Well, they're taking it seriously, of course. Extremely seriously. They've decided to set up a special last-minute interview session just for you at the Panorama Hall in This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Yours truly is also all set to conduct an exclusive interview with, well, Joe, right?